What's up guys, Shane here from Fugatech 3D Printing, and today I'm going to talk to you about ZYLtech PLA. Well, welcome back guys. So today is going to be another one of my kind of different review videos for a filament, because I've had this filament for such a long time and they've actually made some changes to it. So some of it's OBE, but not all of it, and I just want to talk to you about my experience with the ZYLtech PLA. Now we'll start off by saying I bought this off of ZYLtech PLA's eBay page back before they even had a website, which was honestly 6 or 7 months ago. I just never really had a use for the filament back then. When I came back from paternity leave, I was like, ooh, I have all this filament, let's get printing some things. So I printed a bunch of stuff. So I've used up 3 full rolls so far. I still have some of this red left. I have blue loaded on the FT5, printing some stuff, and I still have a clear one left here. So the reason why I say this video is a little bit OBE when it comes to their spool is because they're using a totally different design now. Before they were using these fat little spools, which were just horrible because they didn't fit on a lot of spool holders. And I'm using a 3/4 inch piece of PVC pipe on top of 2 of my shelves up here that hold a lot of the filament that I'm using all the time. I just unloop it and pull it down to the printer and start printing. This doesn't fit on there, which is, you know, sucky, so I have to figure out a different way to hook this up to one of the printers. And some of the actual spool holders, like on the CR10, that spool holder is about 1 inch maybe, roughly, and nowhere near fits this. So I have to use a separate spool holder just to print on the CR10 with this stuff. But now they are using a completely new design, which has kind of the swish cutouts that Mars 3D is also using that kind. And there was another one someone told me, but I can't remember. Either way, they're using a new spool design, but the same filament. I've confirmed that with my contact at ZYLtech, and he assured me that the new filament is exactly the same as the old filament, just a new spool design. So let's start talking about the filament. As you see, I have a couple pretty big prints here. I have a 500% Technic logo part, and this is for a build that I'm doing for my son. There was a guy on Thingiverse that did an awesome giant Lego car, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to print that. So you have to have a 300 by 300 millimeter bed printer in order to print the 500% scale that the model is intended for, that the die designed it for. You can print it all at 200%, 300%, whatever you want, but in order to print 500, 300 by 300 millimeter bed is a minimum that you have to have. And this stuff prints great, 0 under extrusions at all. Bottom layers come out really, really nice. This is all printed on PEI. Top layers are good. As you can see underneath, there's a little bit of stringing right here, and that is just because I use 0 support, and there's no support underneath as well. And you can see under there, there is no sagging at all actually for that part, but inside there, it's not a big deal. That just comes right out because these are actually gonna have Technic pegs that go through them. So it's nothing really to write home about. And then here I went ahead and made a contour gauge. I found this on Thingiverse because I wanted a contour gauge, kind of to start to play with modeling a few new things. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if they have one on Thingiverse. Lo and behold, they do. It's an okay design. I think I had a little bit too much elephant footing on some of these little parts, but you can just put it up to something. Oh, we have this here, and you just push it in, and there you have your rough estimate, and you can kind of measure here on how far you need to make your size of your part when you're modeling in like Fusion 360 or something like that. So it's a fairly useful tool for doing things like that. I might buy a legit one or print a really big one of these because I kind of want to make some things for my kids, kind of like headbands. And this would be great because you can put on their head. It won't work on me because it's too small, but at least I can kind of get the rough arch of their head, sketch it out, use a protractor, trying to figure out the angles, and I might be able to model them some things. So again, it's useful things like this that you can print with any filament as long as it's good quality stuff. And from what I've seen with everything that I've printed with this, it's pretty good. I go into the red. I've actually used the red for a lot of prototyping on things. The blue was used for printing some of these blue parts. The orange went completely into printing this Stormtrooper helmet. But with the red, again, I'm just prototyping some parts for my CR10 build that I'm kind of modifying, making it more better, the way I want to make it, and try to compact everything because I hate that external, I really don't like that external control box. I want to get that gone. I don't like it. So this is one way for me to mount the screen in some extrusion and have it on a little bit of an angle, so when you're standing above the printer, it's a little bit easier to see. I am having some difficulties with the design of my model, so I need to orient this a different way, but this is great for, again, just prototyping things very quickly. And why do I say it's great? This filament is super cheap. When I originally bought this, when I bought so many rolls, it was maybe $10 or $12 a roll. It's roughly that now, $12 to $15, something like that. But I'll put links down below to their actual website, and I'm pretty sure I have a coupon, so we'll talk more about that in a minute. It's great, it's reliable for prototyping. It's not the cheapest stuff you could use to prototype with. I would actually use really, really cheap stuff as long as it prints well. This is about as cheap as you can get in order to just print 50 of these, and if they don't work out, you can just chuck them. That's what it's for. And here I printed a Stormtrooper tanker helmet that Riley had told me to try and print out. One of his buddies that he knows made the model. It's a great model, actually. And this was a great way for me to first start printing helmets. Now, I've never had to print anything that's had to fit together so well like this. Like, I printed a few things that have to fit together, but nothing at this scale. I mean, this was, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 or 16 parts in total for this helmet, which is not a ton, but quite a bit, because the way you have to orient these, you can only print so many at a time. And it's also a little bit big because it hangs down a little too low on me, and my glasses kind of hold it up. So I'm working on right now on getting some of these old foam pads that I have for my kids on the floor. These ones are kind of mauled by our old cat, and I'm actually using them and slicing them down to try and fit it, to make it fit my head a little bit better. I'm still working on that, and I was debating on if I'm going to Bondo this and fix it up. I'm probably not, as this was my first attempt, but all the orange in here was almost an entire roll. I did have a few failed prints, just because that's the nature of trying to orient these the right way, but an entire roll, this takes just about a little over an entire roll, I believe, of filament, as it is quite heavy. But it was a great, fun project to print, and it was a good way for me to learn on how to actually start printing helmets, which I would like to do more of at one point. Now, in printing this entire helmet, I didn't have any under extrusion in the white or the orange, and using an entire roll and having no under extrusion was great. Also, any of these other parts I printed here, no under extrusion. So that means that the filament comes out very consistent across rolls and across colors, which is something you really want to look forward to. And then finally, I have printed out this great big vase mode rocket. I think Venus style rocket is what it is labeled on Thingiverse, and this came out great. This was printed on the CR10 when I was originally testing it, and I just have some ripples up here, which someone said it's part of scaling. I believe it's a part of cooling, as the CR10 cooler actually cools a little bit too well, the stock cooler that comes on it, because it has that little lip that pushes it right across the filament. I printed this exact same thing on the FT5. I didn't have that because the FT5 cooling setup I have on there is a little bit inferior, but it's actually pretty good at 100%. And I don't have any of this waves from it cooling too fast or in a weird way. But either way, again, this entire print, this was I think 9 or 10 hours to print this at 70 millimeters per second, and no under extrusion whatsoever. So again, very successful print. So when it comes down to it, this is good quality filament. It comes in at a great price. You end up getting, I believe, free shipping after you buy so many rolls, or via their eBay page or via their actual website themselves. So this filament comes in at $13 a roll, and you get free shipping on $75 or more purchased. So yeah, that's quite a few rolls to buy, but I'm telling you right now, it's well worth it. And on top of that $13 a roll, I have a 10% off coupon from ZYLtech that I will share with you guys. It's down in the video description. If you want to go ahead and purchase with that, go right ahead. It is not an affiliate code, and I do not have an affiliate link for them, as I don't get any kickbacks from them. They just said that they would like me to offer that. And I appreciate it because I really do like their filament. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it helped you get more informed on ZYLtech PLA and whether or not to buy some or not. So if you guys really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to support my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the little bell icon. That way you get an email notification anytime I upload new content. If you want to support me financially, right down below is going to be a Patreon link. Donate me $1 or more. I greatly appreciate it. My current Patreons, you guys are awesome as always. I greatly appreciate what you do. And when you send me money via Patreon, I try to buy new filament. And a lot of that money had gone into buying some of this filament. That worked out well. If you want to support me without spending your money, down below is going to be a list of affiliate links. Go ahead, do your daily shopping, update your bookmarks with those. A little slice of what you buy comes to me at no extra cost to you. So for anything that you guys do, even if it is just to watch this video, I thank you very much. And until next time, happy printing.